Welcome everyone, I am the Kaiju no Kami, and you probably noticed from the title that said I am reviewing Half Human. How is that possible, you might ask, given that the movie is essentially lost? Well, it took a while, but I have finally obtained a copy of the movie. I mean, it was pretty much like looking for an actual abominable snowman just to find it. I didn't think I was going to because I didn't think it actually existed. But here it is, it does exist. And it's not exactly the greatest quality. Just so you know, the subtitles are actually burned into the print, so they're going to be throughout my entire review, whether it's scenes I actually show of the movie itself with their dialogue, or if it's scenes that I talk over. But whatever the case, here's my review of Half Human from 1955.
Unbeknownst to many, the first movie ever made was a 16-second film called The Horse in Motion in 1878. From here on, people started to play around with cameras until they became what we know of them today. Unfortunately, movies were never viewed as the works of art they are today, and as a result, many films have been lost due to time. No one ever considered preserving these things until decades later. People just didn't take the future into consideration when they made something for their present day.
Half Human is one of these films that was lost, not due to neglect, but because somebody got offended by something in the film. Yes, somebody got offended because of some portrayal of villagers in the movie, and then they felt the need that nobody should be able to enjoy the film, so Toho has locked it in a vault. Let me remind you that somebody got offended because of this, but nobody batted an eye when Akira Toriyama created Commander Black in Dragon Ball. Nor did anyone question Toei for their depiction of Bucky Barnes in Aba Ranger.
Sensei, itaku-arimasen! Wow! Man, you're the best! I like you! Yukito!
And Kamen Rider Wizard's Cat Phantom.
起きなさい、キャット氏。
もうちょっといいから起きろ。何すんすか。
Nor the way Araki designs Americans for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh no! あのイタクを真顔であんなセリフを喋ったぜ!
Hell, even Toho's depiction of America in Shin Godzilla.
本当にあの国は無茶を押し付けてくるんだな。
それにしてもこの内容はひどすぎます!
But this, mind you, is offensive enough to try to pull this movie out of existence. Well, enough of my ranting. Let's take a look to see if Half Human is even worth its mysterious reputation.
Our movie begins with a news reporter introducing himself before a group of university mountaineering students about an event that had recently taken place. Here we are introduced to our two main characters, Iijima Takeshi and Machiko Takeno. They are played by Godzilla's Akira Takarada and Momoko Koichi, and are also lovers in this film, although you wouldn't know it. They tell the reporter their tale of woe, which started during the winter at a ski resort in an area known as the Japanese Alps.
俺はガンさんとか寄ってくぞ。よし、俺も行くぞ。お前はみっちゃんと中田を連れて先へヒュって降りるんだ。みちこさん、ごちそう頼むよ。
Oh my god, that is so sexist. This movie needs to be banned from existence. I do not like you, movie. Toho, this movie should never have existed at all. It needs to go right now. I am done with this review. I am not reviewing a movie this sexist, especially because it offended me. Well, it didn't really offend me, but I feel like being offended because reasons. I don't need reasons. Do I need a reason to be offended? No, I don't. So just accept it. Bye, review's done. Huh. Oh, you're still here. I guess I can be done feeling offended now. So, let's get back to the review. Alright.
Anyway, Machiko's brother and another friend named Kaji head off to meet with a comrade named Gen, while the lovers in their third wheel head back to their lodge. A terrible blizzard breaks out, which also makes it impossible to get a hold of Gen's cabin. So they have to sit it out until a call comes through.
どうしたんです？
After the blizzard has passed, Takeshi and gang head out to Gen's cabin. They find the place in complete disarray. Takeshi notices giant footprints in the snow while Kaji's lifeless body is also discovered. Their quest to find Machiko's brothers halted until spring due to the amount of snow.
これ以上の捜索続行は不可能ですな。春の雪解けを待つようで仕方がないかな。
I guess it could be worse though. Their entire quest to save the world could have been put on hold because of a stupid fish.
Sorry, Link! Ganon burned Hyrule to the ground and killed Zelda while you were out fishing! Anyway, spring arrives and a search party is formed led by Dr. Koizumi. Unknown to them, a man who catches animals for circuses named Oba is out to find the mythical abominable snowman.
この勝負に負けてみろ。元も子もなくなるぞ。
Hey, an abominable snowman!
I will name him George and I will hug him.
From here, our group sets out in search of their objectives.
そうだな。二股からコマンドまで2時間。お、橋かけるだで。まず半日へ。なあ。うん。
It looks like the hills have eyes.
Koizumi's guides abandon them after a rock slide injures one of their party.
どっちが押したよ。俺たちは消してもらったで。だから言わねぶっちゃねえぜ。文句ねえぞ。
Machiko soundly sleeps until a strange ape-like creature wakes her up.
Oh my god. Harry, is that you? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in like 20 years. Oh, you have a kid now? Man, awesome. How's it like being a parent in the middle of the wild? Good one, man. High five me. No? You're just gonna leave me hanging there? Okay, well, I gotta go and continue this review. It was good talking to you. See you later. Harry. He's such a sweetheart.
The beast runs off, only to be pursued by Takeshi, who ends up stumbling into Oba's campsite by mistake. He wakes up in a strange village being taken care of by some woman named Chika.
ありがとう。
who gets scolded by the village elder for doing so.
おめえ、村の掟を忘れねえな。
He sends her to bring food to the master while they take care of Takeshi against her wishes.
Oh my god, this film has just gone south. It just went from Japanese kaiju film to inbred redneck horror film. Takeshi, I think your life has just taken a wrong turn.
Takeshi wakes up again.
Oh, come on, Takeshi. This is no time to be hanging around.
Things look pretty grim for our main hero until the ape man rescues him.
Obviously to eat him for dinner. Oh. He just actually helped him. Why are they hunting him again?
人のできねえ真似やらなきゃでっけえ金儲けはできねえんだい。それに怪物にしてからがこっちが先に見つけてるんだい。日本一の動物ブローカー大場商会のコケに加わろう。
Okay. Fair enough.
At the same time, Oba's men run into Chica and trick her into revealing the location of the abominable snowman.
お姉ちゃんなら知ってたらこの辺にでけえ猿みてえな動物がいやしねえか
知らねえ。そんなら俺の方も合わすわけにはいかねえな。
They capture the child and use it as bait to capture the adult. The villagers confront Oba. They drive off with the captured snowman while his child tries to free him. It works out so well because he is apprehended too.
よいしょ今度だよおい邪魔ねえこの野郎とんだ親子対面だ
This leads to the snowman attacking Oba, resulting in the death of his child.
Wow. Even with the poor video quality of this film, that looks horrible. I've seen cheap indie movies with better blue screen, green screen effects. What were you thinking, Subaraya? Did you really think this was the best you could do?
The snowman rampages throughout the village, killing many of the villagers, including the injured elder.
Hey, I feel like we're forgetting someone.
強いて言えば雪男だな。
Oh, he was either rescued or he made his way back to his campsite on foot. They don't tell us which, and I don't really know how he got there, nor what... You know what? Clearly this movie doesn't want us to care for any of these characters, so I'm not going to bother caring why or how he even got there. He just did, and he tells everyone about what happened.
So after Takeshi informs everyone what happened, the snowman enters their campsite, kidnapping Machiko, and everyone chases after him the next day.
人がいます。どうしただよ、チカ。
おじいは殺された。山の主に村の主は沢の奥にあった。
君はその主の居所を知ってるんだね。さあ案内してくれたまえ。
Chica joins with them, leading them to the creature's cave, where they make some shocking discoveries.
雪男の子かな
弾が当たってる。
恐るべき毒竹の一種、紅天狗竹だよ。これを食べたために、こうして雪男族は一挙に死滅したのに違いない。つまり、この毒竹を食べなかったために生き残ったんじゃないのかね。
That's almost kind of sad. It almost brings a tear to my eye. Almost brings a tear to my... Hold on. Whoa. Too much water, but you know what? It's sad.
Afterwards, they finally find the beast with Machiko.
焦っちゃいかん。それから最後まで絶対に発砲するな。
Chica sacrifices herself to save Takeshi's love. Finally, we cut back to present day where the reporter thanks them for the story and they all leave.
どうもありがとうございました。
So that was Half Human, huh? The movie that is so mysterious because Toho abandoned it. It kind of sucked. I mean, it just wasn't worth all the effort to track it down. If you're gonna have a movie that's so mysterious and intriguing because of its history, you might want to make sure it's good.
I'm not saying it is a dreadful movie, I was just quite underwhelmed by it.
Why isn't anyone ever just whelmed?
The plot is very atmospheric with a touch of horror added to it. Additionally, Masaru Sato's score will often enhance the tension found in a scene as his drum-pounding score beats like a heart. These moments will keep you on the edge of your seat in suspense as you dread what may occur. Sometimes it ends up being nothing, while other times it is the opposite. The build-up is crafted quite nicely with a payoff more often than not. Unfortunately, Sato's score just can't measure up to the last act of the film as it spirals downward into mediocrity.
Translation, boring. That's a good one.
However, the lackluster score in the end is the least of this film's negatives. The biggest being its characters. They exist, which is about it. None of them really give a solid performance as none of them have really much to work with. Even the relationship between Takeshi and Machiko feels unnatural as the actors have no chemistry together in this film despite them doing so in Godzilla. I have no idea what happened between the two movies, but their relationship found here feels ingenuine. The only actor that seems to be giving it their all is Chika's actress, Akemi Negishi. Chika is a woman who wants to see the world beyond her closed-minded brethren and welcomes the opportunity to meet outsiders. Her enthusiasm, her heroic nature to save Takeshi, and her willingness to sacrifice herself for others makes her the strongest character in the film, and the only person who actually feels like a character. Although Yoshio Kosugi does a fine job as Oba, he too isn't given much material to work with as he is barely even in the film.
Fun fact, Kosugi plays the island chief for both King Kong vs. Godzilla and Mothra vs. Godzilla. That's pretty cool.
Everyone else is as wooden as the forest they are searching through. With that in mind, if you were to ask me what was so discriminatory about the villagers that the movie had to be locked up, I would tell you I have no idea. I found nothing here that was even remotely offensive. Sure, they are deformed, and I made the inbred Hicks comment earlier, but there is nothing that says that is exactly what they are. Were people in Japan just overly sensitive back in the 50s due to the war? Also, why does Toho have to let people from the 50s dictate this movie's status 60 years later? They need to just pick up their balls and release it. If someone is offended by it, they simply don't have to watch it. Eiji Tsuburaya worked on the effects here, which hit as much as they miss. Now, perhaps this is due to the print quality I watched, but other than the rock slide and avalanche scenes, there really isn't much to talk about in a positive light. Oba's death scene was just horrendous, and there were a couple of other scenes that were lackluster. I'm not even a fan of the overall design for the snowman. They don't look terrible, they just don't look terrifying either. Although that could have been the point, as they aren't monsters out to slaughter people. They just want to live out their lives like any normal creature. It isn't until the child is killed that the father becomes aggressive.
A Quijibo he is not.
What is really weird though is how the posters and images make him look like he is a giant monster when he clearly isn't.
In the end, I'm unsure if I really want to recommend Half Human. It's decent, it just isn't worth the hassle required to obtain a copy. It's good when it wants to be, it just doesn't want to be most of the time, which is probably the most offensive aspect. Oh, and that. Until next time, bye.
feet's too big. Don't want you 'cause your feet's too big. Can't you use you 'cause your feet's too big. I love you 'cause your feet's too big.